What is going on, everybody? AFG 1997 coming with you guys on this Winter Olympics recap and post-game reports for the women's hockey of the United States of America. Yeah, and we'll get to that in just a moment because we got a bunch of coming down today's medal count on the Winter Olympics on today's single day. The United States kept pushing themselves alive. Yeah, it's pretty much obviously it's gonna come down to today's events, and we're gonna get to that right now. And speaking, we're gonna start on today's alpine skiing on both men's and on the both women's side on the slalom, and we will get to the downhill coming up in just a moment. Because we got another day tomorrow. First up, United States, Malson and Wellies finished third place for the United States of America, get the bronze. And they almost came so close, so far from Switzerland because they almost came through that. Germany finished second and get the silver medals. And then Austria, Hober and Rattler will finish gold, first place. Once again, Austria's got some key strategies on alpine skating. I mean, that's what it is. We got the medals once again. That's what all means. I mean, that we'll look at the medal counts. And today, downhill final. It's going to come down to, well, it already has been on the slum. So yeah, excuse me for that. Michaela Schifrin and Cashman and Hurd finish on 8th place, and Michaela Schiffer and Breezy Johnson, I should say, finished 15. And you can't even see Lizzie Vaughn. Her time is over, guys. It is the end of her career. And that's pretty much all it has been. So, yeah. So, with that being said, on Bethlon today, earlier today, in the Bethlon final for the men's individual medal count on Norway. J.O. Botten finished gold. First place is a winner, and second place, Perrat out of France, will have silver. And Norway gets the bronze. SL Lagrid finished third. And I'm not gonna read the rest of go through the rest of it, but for the results on that and those alpine skiings for Lizzie Vaughn, it could have been hers, but yeah, sounds like it won't happen. It will not happen. But it's official, guys. Now, cross country skiing on the men's sprint final today. Ogan finished silver, and that's second place. He gets the second place silver on the podium, and then J.H. Klæbo from Norway gets the gold, first place, and in third place Viki will have the bronze, and third Norway gets double podiums, except Valnis did not, and he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for that. On the gold medal side comes down to cross country skiing women's. It's all on Sweden Sweden sweep on the women's sprint. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, from that Swedish team, Svan finished first for the gold medal. Sutling finished second of silver, and Dolphus finished bronze, third place. That takes care of the Sweden sweep. Except Kern did not finish. She gets 6th place. I mean, wasn't ready to go. Comes through that in mind on that. And today's on curling. We're gonna get to that first. Well, was expected to happen, but yesterday's Italia's lost past 24 hours ago for the United States. Here we go. Well, Italy finished the bronze medal for third place and took care of Great Britain after that lost to us 9-8. Now they win it by 2, 5-3. After that last second push on for USA, and we'll get to that just a moment. Italy has a good curling team, but that's what it all comes to that in mind. Italia, the host of a nation of this Winter Olympic Games in Milano Cortina, Italia. Competition is what all about. So there's that for that, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes. And what's it expected to be in the one we all been waiting for? I mean, it is what it is. Wasn't meant to be. USA gets the silver and pretty much wraps their end of their loving arms around it, but themselves it wasn't happening. They finished on the worstly on that. So Sweden gets the gold medal. They finally get for the third time, I believe. This is the third time. So yeah, congrats to Sweden. USA takes the silver on the podium, and first time they were in the gold event final, but it wasn't enough. And they have women's double coming up and men's double coming up starting next week. Stay tuned for that as well. Coming up I think this week or next week, something like that. So yeah, we'll look at the schedule if we can. So, but that last second push for Sweden took that out of us. Took it out of us. But not enough. And figure skating, we just told you, and we will see it coming up tonight on the event of the night on Primetime In Milan. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words with Mike Tirico. You will get to see that Milan still leads over Kageyama, South Himfa, Japan, France, Grassi, Italia, and Kazakhstan, Shai Durov, and Sha out of South Korea, France, Imos, and then Twargashev 8th, Shunsato 9th, and then the top 10 Gugulov Canada 10th. So others will compete when the time comes, not too soon. So yep, that pretty much wraps it up. So we'll get to see it. Sorry I missed it because of hockey, and we'll get to that just in a moment. Well, on the men's slopestyle final, Norway Road is the winner of today. On the third run, takes home the gold medal, and Hall for the United States gets silver. Another medal added, and bronze for New Zealand. Harrington takes home that medal, and then Ralph finished 5th for the United States, and Forehand finished 9th. Now, women's ice hockey. On the first of all, Finland beat Switzerland 3-1 and took care of some things on that last of it, and that's how Finland does. They are facing Canada in 2 days from now, Thursday, on NBC on USA and Peacock. And because of that, it is the one and only that comes to that in mind. Olympics could be very, very tough, but here's what happened and I'm not going to show it to you because Olympics takes down videos because of copyright strike, and we're not one of these doing that. And now Germany and Italy. Laura Klug scores the last second, 2 minutes to go in this game, and she scores the game-winning goal, and that is 2-1. Took a pass of it, almost in a one-timer pass, and solo goal. Got it in. Barely got it in. So, there she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Germany just defeated Italy. We'll look at the standings coming up. And then Sweden just beat Japan 4-0 today. A shutout earlier today. Japan, they're now officially out of it. And today, before we get to that right now, oh my goodness, oh my god. Man, United States, 20 goals for the fourth consecutive games in one Winter Olympics. All 4 games, 5 goals or more. It's either a shutout. This is the third consecutive shutouts, except 1 goal allowed was Czech Republic on the opening game. I don't know how that happened. It's just, oh my god. Pretty much so. So there it is. Here is the results on the scoring summaries on today's game. Caroline Harvey, her second Olympic goal. She has assists with Hillary Knight for the third time this Olympic, and then Haley Wynn gets 1-0 to start of that, and then Hannah Bilka out of Texas, the great state of Texas, right here, and assist by Abby Murphy and Caroline Harvey, her 4 assists and her second goal in this Winter Olympics, makes it 2-0 in the first. And then Kristen Sims took a little passing on power play goal and her first Olympic goal. Assist by Tessa Janicki and Abby Murphy. Both 3 assists in this Winter Olympics, except Murphy gets another assist with Harvey. Hannah Bilka, her second goal of this game, and her third in the Winter Olympics in the second period. And not only that, the first African American female in U.S. women's hockey in history, Laura Edwards. She finally scored her first in the 25th Winter Olympic Games. Assist by Brita Curl. And now the penalties. Byron Turnbull gets a 2 minutes for illegal hits in the mid-first period from Canada, and then another one with Sarah Filler in the second period to start off with 2 minutes for interference. And another one with 2 minutes for delaying the game, served by Julia Gosling from Canada, and Christian O'Neill again. Within 6 minutes later, Christian O'Neill gets a 2 minutes for cross-checking. Hockey always does that when it comes to penalties. Cross-checking, illegal hits, holding, hooking, high-sticking, illegal hit. It's what all means. And then USA gets both penalties on Christian Sims, 2 minutes for illegal hit, and Taylor Heisey also with a illegal hit within 10 minutes later in the late second period. And then third period, Jocelyn Lacroix gets 2 minutes for holding in Canada. So we have 5 penalties on Canada and 2 on the United States. For most of that penalties, that's pretty much sums up for that. So here are the standings right now. I mean, yes, Sweden is going to go to the knockout stage tournament. Same with the United States. They're also going to the knockout stage. But here's another one. Comes to that. Germany is moving on to the knockout stage. What comes down to that is going to come down to this week. Finland and Canada. Finland needs to win and stop Canada's dream. I think Finland's going to be in it for the semifinal. I mean, Italy's going to be all eyes on competitive. I think it's a hold on. No, I don't think it's an opening round. No, it's a knockout stage. 4 teams are going to be playing for the semifinals. If I'm not mistaken, give me a second because I'm always into hockey coming up, man. We're on the road, guys. USA is on the road. 20 goals over one opponent. That was on Czech Republic. Yeah, that was on Czech Republic. We're unstoppable, guys. We're unstoppable. So I think there's some standings. And there's the women's tournament right there. So yes, 1, 2, 3, and the winners of the final qualification. Yeah, only 4 teams. Yep, I got it right. So yes, Sweden, United States of America, Germany is moving on. I think they play tomorrow. I think they play tomorrow. I'm not really sure. Because I know the men's are gonna start not too soon. Here's the women's tournament right there. And the brackets are right. Yes, right there. So USA is gonna face Italy on the quarterfinals, which is on Friday. Friday depends on what time they're gonna have. What time they're gonna start. And then this is from Group A. Yes, Sweden is moving on. Switzerland's moving on. Germany is moving on. Well, in the worst record, the overtime win that they were 1-3. My goodness. So comes down to on that game. It's gonna come down to Canada and Finland. You have until Thursday. This Thursday, guys. It's gonna come to that. There's right there, and yeah, they're all going to the knockout stage. By the way, because Japan and France are officially eliminated. And it depends on what their final tournament's gonna come to that in mind, and that's what it all means on that. So, and there you go, guys. That's part of USA winning this game. 5-0. Man, they were on the roll. And we gotta get to social media first. I mean, they are absolutely demolishing on anybody today in women's hockey. Can't stop them. Cannot stop them. I mean, it's a shutout, and you can't even sense it. This is right there. And Hershey's react to this, and then LA 2028, US rolling, and this is absolutely dominant. Has got to be one of the strongest women's hockey teams in the Olympic history. History, you mean? Yeah, pretty much so. And this is amazing group play. So much fun to watch you. The arena is in awe of you. The Canadians around us commending the grid of finances you're showing. Keep the pedal to the metal and go get the gold. If they face them again in the gold medal final game, the gold medal game, man, they're not stopping. They're all into nothing. Absolutely destroyed all over this. This is my heated rivalry. It has been a rivals in a long time. They have been rivals. And the first time, yeah, Canada has been shut out for the first time in the Olympics on either men's or women's. Man, I mean, everybody loves this team. So do I. So do I. It's just dominating. Can't even tell how their hockey team is so good. And then the Luke. Rogerson has finished on bronze in third, USA. Lavia Vitola finished silver. And Talbot's finished gold for first place out of Germany. And Britcher finished 16 in the United States. And Fischneller finished 19th. So, there you go. That is the women's singles in the loop we just watched earlier not too long ago. On the short track, the mixed team relay comes down to this. Italy takes home the gold. They beat Canada in silver and Belgium on the bronze. And China, they finish 4th. Not enough. Not enough. The reason it come down to the semifinals, USA finished 4th. Yeah. USA finished 4th. Yeah, in the final. Because they did not catch France, South Korea, or Netherlands. Netherlands got the Olympic record. And last but not least, ski jumping. Mixed team. They take home the gold on Slovenia. And Norway finished 2nd. And Japan 3rd. Yes, gold, silver, and bronze. USA finished 7th. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. So we're on to tomorrow's events. And that's going to come down to the medals. And here are tomorrow's events. We'll look at the medal trackers in just a moment. So yeah, the men's hockey is starting tomorrow. Finland against Slovakia. And then Italy will be facing Sweden at 2:10 on USA Network, if I'm not mistaken, right? But yeah, tomorrow. That is tomorrow. Only a few events. Not as much as it gets, so it's an ordinary Wednesday. I mean, it's what it is. So tomorrow, it's going to come down to alpine skiing in the men's Super G finals. Ryan Cochran-Siegel is going to have to win that medal for us. Or Morse, or Radamus, or Nigomar. Not the N word of the of our colors. No, he's there. Nigomar is trying to give us a chance to win. Or Crawford for Canada might pull off the upset. Or Franconi for Italy. So that's tomorrow at 4:30 in my time, 7:15 in the morning in a Bethlon final for the women's. Anderson will have a chance to win the gold for us, or Irwin out of the United States of America, Freed out of the USA, Reed, and everybody else are trying to compete for tomorrow. And then, yes, tomorrow is the curling. The men's tournament starts tomorrow. Czech Republic against the United States at 12:15 my time. And then, the same time, Canada will be facing Germany at the same time. And also, everybody's on the same time. China versus the People's Republic of China against Great Britain, England. And then Sweden will be facing the host Italy. They're all starting at 12:15. That seems pretty odd. And then figure skiing, ice dance final is tomorrow. That's going to come down to that. And you got United States for the 90s rhythm dance. The ice dance finals, it's coming down to that. And you got double USA, Ponomarenko and Karia. And then you have Bassett Chuck against Ethan Bates, something like that. Tomorrow. And I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, it's going to come to that tomorrow. And then you got Gillies and Poirier, Canada. Fier Gibson, Great Britain. And then in Italy, France, Canada. I'll see Japan. That's tomorrow at 12:30. And that's going to be on NBC. And then, yeah, you got freestyle skiing women's final tomorrow for run number 2. That's going to come down to, but they have a qualifier first. Cuff will be ready tomorrow, and Japan's Yanagimoto. So they gotta take care of it. We told you about hockey, the lugs tomorrow on the finals, starting at 10 o'clock and 10:51, like 51 minutes later on the Luke men's and women's double, and then the gold medal will come down to Nordic combine for at 6:15 after 3 in the morning. That's gonna come down to this. And then snowboarding tomorrow. And speed skating. Men's 1,000 meter final tomorrow 11:30. They all got to get the gold medal for us. All 3 of them in the United States have to win it. Or Japan, Nonomura might get the upset. Could be the favoritism. Yamada. And then Morishiki. In Canada, Italy, they're ready for tomorrow's big event, and nothing too much surprise for tomorrow on February 11th. Again, it's the same day Daytona qualifying is tomorrow. I mean, yeah, this is the final for tomorrow for the medals. That's gonna come down to that. That is tomorrow, and now the medal trackers. Before we wrap this video up, and it's been very good. Just tells you on the Winter Olympic Games. Yes, Norway still has 12 medals. They lead it. And then Italy has 11th. And Japan has 8th. USA only has 7th. On the gold medal standings, Norway has 6. United States, Austria, both have silvers on 3. And the bronze. Who's taking the bronze lead? Italy. 7 bronze medal. And on the that could change a bit of it, and they could turn things around. Whoever wins that one, it's gonna come to the last second of it. And now on to the medal standings for the athletes. Franco von Allman still leads the medals, the gold, but everybody's split up. Norway guy and then Mika Privik. So there's your recap for today's Winter Olympics, and the USA being Canada. USA women's hockey, they're not stopping it. They're trying to score more than anybody else. Holy crap, dude. I mean, that team is so good. They're fun to watch. I mean, this is the best moment of today. We're going to get to the best moment of today before we get out of here as of right now. And I'm not going to read the rest of it, but this is from ESPN staff. And yeah. Well, actually, there's only a few of them. Okay. All right. So, here we go. The Milan Cortina Olympics continue Tuesday, marking the first event of these games for skier Michaela Schifrin and U.S. women's hockey team face rival Canada. Schifrin and roommate and teammate Breezy Johnson, who won gold on downhill Sunday, finished just out of medical contention in their combined downhill run. Paula Molson and Jackie Wiley's ended up taking the bronze for the U.S. In that event. And also, Team USA defeated longtime rival Canada in today's women's ice hockey, scoring at least once in all 3 periods to secure to impress 5-0 win, 20-1, and that was only Czech Republic in the beginning of the tournament, the round robin table. And victory pushed the U.S. record to 4-0 and perfection at the games, completing an unbeaten group stage campaign. And finally, Quad God, a gold medal favorite, Ilya Malinian took the ice for the first night of the men's competition short program. And this is right there on Emily Kaplan from NHL on ESPN reporter puts this out. And I'm not going to read the rest of it. I'm just gonna read it through the hockey for Emily Kaplan. Kendall Coy Schofield has been part of the U.S. program for a long time. For their these are her fourth Olympics. When asked whenever she remembered ever being part of a U.S. team that was in the procession versus Canada, where the result was so lopsided, the veteran forward paused. Quote, "I had to go back in the memory bank," she said. That seems to translate as a no. Today's shutout win was about as complete an effort as Team USA could have hoped, but the players kept humble, even keel tone after the win. They know they can't let the foot off the gas heading into the knockout round, when they are likely to play Team Italy and face Renkaus's home crowd. The game Tuesday had it all from the U.S. participant significantly to complete 60-minute effort that never felt in doubt. Quote, "Well, I never seen a perfect hockey game," Coyle Schofield said when asked whenever there was anything and they didn't like, but that was pretty close. Quote, I've been a lot of U.S. teams in my a lot of U.S. teams in my career," Coy Schofield said. "They're all pretty deep. This one's definitely special." And this is from Emily Kaplan. Well, that pretty much wraps it up, and what we see tonight on Primetime in Milan on the 2026 Winter Olympic Games on NBC, Mike Tirico will be there. So let me know what you think on the comment section down below. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, ring that bell notifications on, and share this video out there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're ready to wrap it up. So tell me what you think, guys. USA continues to dominate women's hockey. Let's see if the men's could do what's best. Peace them out. It kind of reminds me of UConn women's basketball. Just want to point that out. Until the next time.